I'll write it and we'll do it live. Okay? Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. We'll do the quad witching live. We'll fucking do it live, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Crypto Blood. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. Round of applause, everyone. Today. It's getting bloody out there. It's 𝗘𝗘𝗖𝗘𝗫. Yes, it is, my friend. Stacking my coins. That is a classic song right there. Shout out to 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫 gang out of New York. Appreciate that track. Yeah, today we're gonna be looking at the quad witching. Not for witches, but it's been ugly all day. Actually, it started earlier today. I knew we were going to get this. Was probably going to be the catalyst, I said in my last stream, for a actual move, or like to really push us in one direction or the other. Quad witching, and I'll go over what it means, but quad witching doesn't necessarily mean a bearish event or a bullish event. It doesn't have, it just depends on where all of these options fall. If you have the market heavily on the side of puts, then you may see a move go up to rebalance. If you see a lot of calls, then you might see a short. The markets go lower. Just depends. It's too many moving parts to even say which way it's going to go, right? You just got to be there and be ready for the volatility. That's really what it's all about, the volatility. And we had an increase in volatility today in the crypto markets. I'm not too sure what the vol looks like on equities or stocks, but I've been trading, the crypto markets all morning, and very good day. Round of applause. Very good day for today. We'll take a look at the trades Bloodalytics put together earlier today. Evidently, because the markets are down, we were short. Clearly, if it was a good day for us, so we made money on the way down. We'll take a look at all of that in a second. Before I do that, I do want to bring your attention to the promo I have going on right now with my partner, Blowfin. A great promotion right now. So I want you to get over there, scan the QR code you see on the screen right now. All right. And sign up, because if you sign up and you deposit, depending on the level you deposit, you get money back, or bonus money actually deposited right into your account to add to your trading volume or your trading sizes. So if you deposit 5K, you get $500 bonus. If you deposit 50K, you get 5,000 bonus. All right. So definitely check out this. It ends July 2nd. So you want to take advantage of it. And many times when, we do these volume or trading volume contests or promos, people fall short because of the trading volume. You may have the money to deposit at any of these thresholds, but the trading volume you may have an issue with. So what I suggest doing is, after signing up, creating your account, this is only active if you create your account under the QR code that you see on the screen. I suggest after doing that, you go ahead over to Bloodalytics and get actually get 1 month free. So scan that, get you 1 month free of Bloodalytics swing trading system, and it's linked to your Blowfin account. So it will automatically trade for you, and you'll easily get that trading volume plus some gains. All right. So check that out as well. Link is, I think, in the description below too. So just wanted to give you that heads up on that situation. We have here a market that has taken a downturn, and probably most of this is because of the quad witching event today, June 20th. Okay, it happens on the third Friday every 3 months or so. And so we have here on the crypto side a move down. We'll take a look at the stocks as well. I'm pretty sure stock market went down as well, because unfortunately, guys, I've said this so many times, stock market is, or the crypto market is tied to the stock market nowadays. There's no optionality or beta, if you want to call it, or it's actually no alpha, because it goes in the same direction as stock markets. Stock market, Dow Jones is a little up, but what you want to watch is the NASDAQ, right? The NASDAQ is the one that cryptos are highly correlated to, the NASDAQ index. So NASDAQ is down 0.6%, S&P down 0.25%. But going into the 4 o'clock is when the options really actually truly do expire. So we may get a little bump in closing volume and direction at that point. Let's see who we got in the chat room right now. Shout out to my guy 𝗙𝗫𝗖𝗙𝗘𝗫. Oh man, bro, I haven't seen you in a while. Come to my club in Vegas sometime soon. Definitely got to tell me more about that, bro. I'm not even up on that. See, I've been out the loop so much. Definitely have to hit you up on that. So my crypto space UK is in the building. My brother from across the pond. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Hope y'all made some money today on this slight downturn. It wasn't too big, but big enough to definitely make some money if you're trading. Now, I've told you guys, and the unfortunate part is, yeah, we've made a move down, but I don't think that's the actual confirmation of a directional change, or a directional start, I should say, because we've been in this kind of holding pattern, if you want to call it. Bring up my rectangle. We've been in this holding pattern right about right here for quite some time. If I pull this back to here and we do a ruler, we've been in this holding pattern for 42 days now in Bitcoin. So a tight range between 102 and 110-ish. We've been in a tight pattern. 10%. I mean, you know, I would call that a tight pattern in crypto. 10% for Bitcoin within a full month and some change. Yeah, that's a tight pattern to me. No clear direction at this point. Now, so we are at the bottom of this channel. So will additional events over the weekend regarding this Iran and Israel war, which is just diabolical, will that be the catalyst to go ahead and break us to the downside? Possibility. Us being toward the bottom side of that channel, you know, any little thing, there's no leeway, right, for a technical break. So once the market sees a break, then it just piles in. Now we had this dip here on the 5th that dropped us to right at the 100 marker. There is a line of support for Bitcoin at that psychological 100K point. But what you really want to watch is this zone here at 102. And right here, this was the Iraq or Israel attack on Iran. Okay, that was at 102. We bounced there. So we're right hovering. We actually breached it slightly, depending on what exchange you're looking at or price feed. Here on Bitfinex, I think this is Bitfinex. This is the Bitfinex one. On Bitfinex, we technically did breach it that low. I don't know on other exchanges what happened, but we did on Bitfinex. That's the OG exchange or price feed I use. Been using it since 2013. So I don't know why. Probably are better, more accurate ones out there nowadays, but I just out of nostalgia, just use this one. I don't know. The Ken is in the house. That's right. What's going on with World War III? It's World War 420. That's funny. I think I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. If Trump I'm gonna be honest with you. If Trump pulls the trigger on Iran, I gotta drop the MAGA hat. I gotta drop the MAGA hat, y'all. I gotta drop the MAGA hat. Actually, I don't have to drop the MAGA hat. Trump is dropping the MAGA hat by attacking Iran. We don't want war. The MAGA crew does not want war. On top of that, there is no evidence of Iran doing any nuclear enrichment past 60% or 50% or whatever. So our own intelligence is saying that. Tulsi Gabbard told Trump there is no evidence today. There wasn't any 3 months ago. What has changed? He said he didn't care what she said, which is diabolical. So we'll see what Trump does. If he goes ahead and pulls that trigger. I have to say I am done with the Trump train. I'm jumping off, y'all, while it's rolling. And it's rolling off a cliff, ladies and gentlemen, if he does decide to pull the trigger on Iran, because that is truly the start of World War III. I'm going to be honest with you. And stocks won't do well in that environment. And the hell to the no, where you see Bitcoin do good, it's going to get slammed. It's going to get slammed. So you really need to, if you're not paying attention to this geopolitical situation, you really need to. Let's take a look at Bloodalytics. You can always sign up for Bloodalytics using the QR code you see on the screen right now, and that is for the swing trading service, which is a little bit more aggressive, but it's a great signal that you can use day to day during high volatile time periods and make some scalping money, make some money day to day. Okay. Let me see if I can bring that chart up. I don't have it up right now. Let's pull that up really quickly. I did a massive update on the scalping signal. However, I was not able to roll out the Ethereum one yet. So what you see is just the update for Bitcoin, and the other side of the chart for Ethereum will be updated over the weekend. So look out for that, guys. You guys who have the subscription to the scalping system. All right, but this here is the Bitcoin one. And again, if you were scalping, I highly suggest using this during, US session, Euro session. But if you take a look at, see if I can get the session breaks up here. So that was yesterday, 8 p.m. So today we started here 7 a.m., 7:30-ish. We were already in a long from last night, 3 a.m. this morning. That would have been a nice move. Again, that was a Euro session for my guy over there, My Crypto Space. That's his session. So if you could have taken that trade, and then boom, shakalaka, we went short at 10.50 today on Bitcoin, and we've taken profits all the way down. So those purple arrows are your take profit points for the Bitcoin scalp trade. 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫, what's going on? Black Mammoth said he's in ETH long. It's about to blow. What point did you get into the ETH long? Because that it's all about your entry point, right? And I think looking at the overall situation geopolitically, I wouldn't be too heavily long. It's just the risk reward just isn't there. Because at any point, yes, we can get some type of news that comes out that Trump signed and struck a Iranian deal. That's not happening. And the reason is because I've been really keeping up on this stuff. Iran had talks with the G3 today. That is Italy, Germany, and I think the UK, right? They met with Iran, and Iran walked out of the talks. Iran walked out of the talks, didn't even finish the meeting. So that lets you know right there, they're nowhere near getting a deal done right now. It could change, but I see more downside risk than upside potential at this moment. So there you have it. great execution of trades. And, you know, even going back to Tuesday of this week, we had a couple of nice trades you could have taken here, some shorts. And we tried to go long again here at 10 a.m., but ended up ultimately going short at almost 11 a.m. on Wednesday, and took profits all the way down before took another take profit there before ultimately going long here on Friday, as I just went over that sequence of trades. So that's, you know, that's the scalping. We'll take a look at the swing trades here in a minute as well. But things are recovering a little bit from its lows, which is natural. People taking profit, like myself, covering some of those shorts we had on deck. So when you cover those shorts, that basically you have to go in and buy that security back. So that causes a move up. And that's what we're getting right now. On top of that area where we bounced off of was, as I stated earlier, a technical level of support from the low of the Iranian or Israel attack on Iran that happened last Thursday. So that bounced directly off of that region. And now we're going to say to the bulls, are you going to take over the markets? You got to show and prove. So a decent amount of this wick is probably short covering, people short covering, because they know that a last area of resistance was the Israel's attack on Iran. And then on top of that, you have some people, you know, that are bullish, putting some skin in the game and buying as well. But we got to see if the bulls can rally us all the way back above 106,500. So they have to take out 106 for us to feel like we might need to, or the bears have lost the battle. By that time, I'm already on the way up, probably on some longs in the market if we traverse this whole leg down. Crypto Princess in the building. Good to see you. We got my crypto space just in UK. United Kingdom withdraws its embassy staff from Iran. Oh yeah, shit's getting real, my friend. Excuse the French. It's getting real. It's getting real. Market doing a herk and jerk right now. It sure is. It sure is. It sure is. So as I stated, you know, there's more downside risk than upside potential in this market. So I wouldn't be particularly too long right now or overexposed to the long side. I would be more short, hedging your way down and seeing where we can find a bottom, or seeing where we can get some news feeds in here that gives us a green light to say, hey, we got a deal on the table. Now, this is this is my favorite chart right here. I show you guys this every stream. So this is my favorite chart, and this is the chart of all altcoins except Ethereum and except the big dog Bitcoin. So all the coins except those two, and I've charted that. And guess what happened here? We had a triple bottom form kind of right here. If we take this last leg down, that was kind of a triple bottom. And I remember, I think Default said the other day there was some bearish divergence on the higher time frame. He said the market, it was over. He said it was over then. You know, Default did say it was over then because of his bearish divergence on, I think the daily or weekly was a high time frame. I don't do the bearish, the divergences. I don't really look at those at all because I momentum trade with the algo. But this was something that I was watching on the altcoins. And so what happened was we actually violated that double or triple bottom. We're making some moves back up to where the support was for this last bottom. Again, this is going to be a show and prove for the bulls to see if we can actually punch right back through here But remember, previous support becomes future resistance. And so what you have here is that was the support zone or region, and now it becomes resistance. So we got to, the bulls have to show and prove that they are willing to take us back above this this area. And it's a region. It's not a particular line per se. It's more of a zone. So we got to see the altcoins get back in, I would say above 830 billion dollars in market caps for the altcoins. AI Diff, my guy AI Griff in the building. He said bearish div to red dot monthly. I think he's referring to Market Cipher. I don't, of course, use Market Cipher, but I think you do. So tell us more about what that indicates. I think I know, but I just want to make sure I'm familiar with what's going on there. Now on the swing trading side, ladies and gents, let's take a look at that. So the swing trades, we went short on Bitcoin earlier today around the same time, around 10:18 a.m. We went short on Bitcoin after a nice pop and two take profit events here. Remember, the L chicken and S chicken is, I don't know if you guys see that, the L chicken, and when we're on a short, the S chicken, that denotes a 50% take profit. So I'm taking 50% of my gains off the table, locking those in, and then every subsequent TP long and TP short, that means take profit. Those are 25-30% take profits. All subsequent ones are. All right, so that's where just a lock in gains for events like this, where we end up turning around. Sometimes we don't get a chance to catch it like we did today, where we were able to go short well before we hit our stop loss zone. So this was a good sequence of trades today. But yeah, we took the short at 105, almost 106, 105,800 on Bitcoin. So that was a great trade right there with the swing trades. Now, Ethereum, we were pretty much we were neutral on Ethereum for a long time, man. Like since June 8th. June 8th, we closed our Ethereum long. And let me see here. Yeah, we went short. We added our first trade in a long time on Ethereum in almost the 12 days. This morning at 10:44 as well. All right, so we did go short there, and we're still in that short. Took half our profits off here at 24.84, and our guy, what's my guy name? Black Mammoth said he's in a long. At 24.05. Man, you ain't getting no long at no 24.05. Come on, Black Mammoth. You might have. Somebody had to, because we clearly heading higher. So maybe Black Mammoth is the guy we need to be following, because that is a good position to be in. I will have my stop below 23.63. Below that wick. We go below that wick. Get out of there. Get out of there, my friend. What indicator is that? This is the Bloodalytics, my friend. Come on now, newborn. I know your name newborn, but I know you weren't born yesterday, my friend. I'm just saying. Bloodalytics, man. Bloodalytics. Scan that QR code to get more information about. Or actually, the QR code you see in the top right corner is for the scalping system. So the scalping system is a shorter intraday system that you can sign up with, $24 a month. Cancel anytime you want, but you get this trading view chart, okay, and the indicator, and you can water whip it up. this chart is the swing trading chart or a system. You don't get the per se get the chart for this one. You just get it synced up to your Blowfin account, right? So if you are interested in that, you actually can do a free trial right now for 30 days, bro. So check it out, sign up, test it out. No, my guy Jerry, he's testing out 30-day trial right now. He should be up pretty hefty on that one. His trial ends soon, but yeah, check that out, man. Try it out for 30 days if you like. Who else we got? Last top was 2 red dots on Market Cipher Monthly with a bearish div. Was a macro top. It looks exactly like the last cycle top. 2 red dots on the monthly, and confirmation was last month. Oh okay, man,
we coming for you, nigga.
Yikes. JC Freaks said, I'm loving it. I think that's my guy Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. He said he's loving that free trial, huh? Yeah, bro, that's crazy. You know, again, I don't follow Market Cipher, but I know a lot of people do. Shout out to Crypto Face. I know a lot of people use that Market Cipher. And yikes. That's concerning. That's hella concerning. So I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I personally think we are heading lower. I put a tweet out, and I'll go over it again. But I put a tweet out some time ago, a couple weeks ago. See if I can pull that up. Let's see what we got here. I went over on our last live stream too. I said here, my guy Hotep. Hotep called it. This is off topic. I gotta point this one out. Shout out to my man Hotep Jesus.
This goes back to
Hotep been told you. Let's hear what he has to say real quick. Let's hear what Hotep got to say real quick. This is my ADDHD kicking in, but we got to check out what Hotep said about 2 months ago or something on Timcast.
Wanted to topple the Ottoman Empire. Okay, this is what this is all about. This is the Ottoman Empire we're talking about here, and we still got more territory to conquer. Iran's next. I'm supposed to save these takes for Joe Rogan and Alex Jones. I'm dropping them here. Iran's next. Everybody know what's on the plane. Come on, we all know what's going on. Iran's next. We took care of Iraq. This is the Western Empire. Either you love the perks of being an American in the Western Empire, or you don't. You want the Arabs doing it? You want the Muslims doing it? This goes back to the fact that the Western Empire.
My man, 100 grand. All right, so been in MC crew about 5 years now. Oh wow. So yeah, bro, that's crazy. 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫 says here, agreed, headed lower for 8 weeks approximately. So the reason I said, let me get back to the tweet that I put out. The reason I said we were going lower was because, so on May 27th, I put this out. The reason I think we're going lower, and this is the tweet. I said, I'm out, y'all. Y'all can have $120,000 Bitcoin. I'll just meet you at 60K. Things are about to unravel fast. So, you know, there are like 2 or 3 things right now that's going on that you need to pay attention to. Bond market, you know, rates. They can't seem to get those rates down. That's because no one wants to buy our bonds. You got the Moody's downgrade last month. There's a lot of stuff cooking in the bond market, which is a market that most regular people don't pay attention to because it ain't sexy. It ain't like stocks and stuff. It's very boring. But that's the most important market. So the bond market is having some major issues right now. But then geopolitically, the tariff talks. So Trump paused the tariffs, the tariff war on China for 90 days. That's going to be up at the end of August, somewhere abouts. And my theory was, look, and for sure now we got the Iran-Israel situation going on. I said that China is not going to strike a deal with the U.S. Not going to happen. So I think you're going to get a no deal by the time the 90 days is up, and markets are going to unravel even more. Another leg down. So 8 weeks sounds about right to me. We'll see. You don't know who Hotep Jesus is, Black Mammoth? Oh my God. I hold $26 in crypto. Right. AI Griff got out like a smart man. He took his profits. He went and bought himself some mining machines, and he's mining Bitcoin right now. So congrats to him. He's artificially intelligent. My dream just died going down. Yeah, I told you. Oh, man. Get the hell out of there, bro. I'm telling you, don't catch a falling knife, my friend. Will the Fed cut rates next month? Good question. I can't say because I don't know what's going to happen next month as far as Iran and Israel. I don't know. You know, that's too hard to call. It's just an unknown. Because if things escalate, then the Fed is forced to cut rates. You know, because shit is going to hit the fan. So they're going to have to cut rates to make money easier to obtain, to loosen up some of the pressure, and you'll get a rate cut just on GP, just from geopolitical aspect. But if all things equal, no rate cut. If nothing changes, which I can't see nothing changing, I can't see nothing not changing. I know it's a double negative, but I can't see anything not changing. But if nothing does change in a month, then Powell ain't gonna cut those rates. He's politically holding rates where they are on purpose. He does not like Trump, and Trump doesn't like him. It's more so Trump's fault. Because if you come out and say you don't like what someone's doing, and that someone works for an organization that is supposed to be in the eyes of the public independent, you're definitely not getting your way because they're gonna do the very opposite. So will oil prices skyrocket? Yes, that's another factor that y'all like. If the Strait of Hormuz or the Strait in Iran, if that strait is cut off by Iran, then you better run. I run. If Iran cuts, I run. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's just that simple. I'm out of here. Oil prices will go to 130, 140 a barrel. Oh man, that will put a knife, an O.J. Simpson dagger in the economy. Yeah, Trump called this guy the dumbest person at the Fed. That's diabolical, bro. How do you think you're gonna achieve anything saying that type of shit, man? I just don't. You're gonna go back to the call-in shows, my man. Let's do that, bro. I'm gonna do that for the non-crypto ones, the rundowns. I'm gonna do that for the rundown show. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I was live. I love those call-in shows. That was lit. So yeah, Trump is shooting himself in his own foot regarding the Fed and lowering rates. So you won't see that. You know, you won't see that. And then you have there was something else I just saw. I tweeted, but I don't know where it's at. I put this out on June 11th. Just remember, markets take the stairs up and the elevator down. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes, ladies and gents. Let me bookmark. I already bookmarked the "I'm out" tweet. So yeah, I'm about to be out. It's Friday. Quad witching and bitching has completed, and really the move happened earlier today. I haven't seen any real activity since 4 o'clock. The expiration was at 4, which will put us about right here. So we did get a little bump, but most of the volatility was back here at the beginning of the U.S. trading session. It really started taking off right at 9:30. That's when we started rolling over right here. So yeah, the damage has been done. We'll see what happens over the weekend. Stay dangerous. I say stay neutral or be short. But you gotta have good entry points. It's all about the entry and more so about the exit. But you know, Bloodalytics. Let's see here, guys. I got a disconnect on my microphone, so give me a second. Okay, no, looks like I'm still good. At any rate, that's pretty much it. Again, we got the June Trade and Earn program or promo going on right now with Blowfin. All right, scan that QR code you see on the screen and sign up. We got the scalp chart, which someone asked about earlier. That's available as well. 1-minute scalping system, $24 a month. You can add that chart, add that indicator to any chart. It can be stocks, it can be crypto, any of your altcoins. I mean, you have to modify it, but I've upgraded that signal so that the parameters, let me just show you that real quick. The parameters are now a little bit more user friendly as far as what you're parametering, if that makes sense, what you're tweaking. So if I go here, the updated version, I kind of made sure I label stuff. So shift, you can shift when you actually enter a trade. So if there's a long, you can shift 1 bar, shift 2 bars. 1 bar is always, it's you can't go any lower than 1 because one is the minimum because I protect us from repainting. So it's always going to weigh 1 bar, right? And then, you get everything else set up here. The second trade parameters. If you set this to 0, I'll do a full video. If you set this to 0, it won't do any second trades. And then you've got take profit. You've got your actual bloodline. That's the actual line that dictates, kind of your go long, go short, and then you can change the sensitivity of that line. So all that is now available or labeled correctly. I took the time to do all that. So you Gucci on that. Yeah, I'll catch y'all maybe over the weekend. Just depends. Might do a rundown. If shit gets real out of control, I might have to. Smash those like buttons, as my guy Black Mammoth says, and I'll try to get those call-in shows back up and running. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it now with this new software that I'm using for streaming. At any rate, it's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out of here, people.
She all on my groin. She blowing my horn. You fuck like porn. These rappers is whack. They lyrics are corn. getting this money, it never get born. Load on my trap, they calling the law. Fuck around, they get clapped for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Okay. Ready? Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live. Okay.